So you mean the style of your painting has also changed?
I had much larger size paintings in that time because my brush strokes were so much more loose and comfortable. And
you were doing some murals as well.
That's right. That's the school that I went. I ended up with a degree on painting murals. And those murals also taught me how to be fast and how to be direct to the point, even though some of those murals took months to finish. One of them took 11 months to finish, in fact. But it gave me a kind of speed of painting, which was interesting because I had so many friends coming to my studio in Istanbul and watching me paint because it looked interesting. You know, I would like put a canvas and you know, just freehand, and they would just see all the stages like in short minutes, and it's like an entertainment, you know.
Yeah, performance art.
Yeah, I kind of lost that because I kind of missed that. Maybe I'll look into that later while I do the tango paintings. But tango paintings, because of its restriction, perhaps, because of its limitations, that there's certain things that exist in the song, and you cannot just go into it and in your own head, you know. So I had to be a little more careful, more respectful, more organized, more planned. So that slowed me down. So if you watch me now doing these tango paintings, I may not look as interesting, you know, in terms of the performance art. But I find myself painting into small little boxes and stuff sometimes. You know, it could look even boring. I end up getting close into the canvas and saying like, yeah, that has to be exactly right here. That's right, exactly there. A little more here on the right side, cover it, and it's kind of stiff in a way. You know, maybe it'll get more flexible later on, but it's very like under the respect and under that fear almost, you know, that I don't want to fail interpreting such important, such beautiful song into my own interpretation of it, you know. I may sound...
You want to be true to the original composition.
I
so you're
do. Maybe I sound a little humble there, but I like that aspect of it. You know, I don't want to just get mesmerized with what I'm doing and just take off from there. I like that control. I like that I am with the music. You know, and I'm doing this not because of my own satisfaction. I'm doing this to convey a message to my friends, for my students, or for dancers. So that's stopping me all the time if I'm about to get crazy, you know.
So you're honoring the masters and honoring learning.
And one of the things, as I was talking about the freedom of the brush strokes, in my older paintings, I had faster and more raw brush strokes on my paintings. And again, they ended up being much more neat and precise and much more shape-oriented. And it's more precise, of course, that's a good thing. And in a way that the style of my painting got more refined, maybe in that sense, because you know, rather than large paintings with blurry surfaces, now I have smaller paintings. It's about 60 inches, 5-foot painting, but compared to previous paintings of mine, it's still smaller. The shapes got smaller. My brushes are smaller brushes now, and the colors and the paint, I cannot just mix two things in one surface. I say like either this or that. So there's this neatness, and there's this, you know, fear to not fail from that existing composition is kind of making the painting a little more tight, you know.
Which is required by the scale of the painting. You can't be doing big abstract expressionist brushstrokes when you're working on a small scale like that, right?
It's so interesting we're talking about this because somehow it actually fits me more. You know, I know myself and my personality. My friends think of me in certain ways, and I actually am bringing that out more when I have a painting that is neat and organized. You know, I am like that. Like Michelle almost teases me at the airport. Whenever our plane lands, I take my, you know, noise cancelling sets, take the cord off, and wrap that cord into a one little perfect thing. You know, I don't want that to be like all clustered. And from that to, you know, how I'm, you know, with my clothing to my things in my personal life, and I like that organization. You know, that's who I am. So these paintings somehow reflect my personality. More truly, if I like it or not.
So you're being authentic to your nature, you're actually painting, what you're painting is exactly who you are.
I think so. I mean, as it is, yes, and I don't know how it's going to be next year because this is a baby project, and it may actually end up being more comfortable. You know, that I may be more loose on my brush strokes eventually. I may be taking this towards more performance art. You know, I may be speeding up the whole thing and make it watchable as well. So it's a pregnant subject.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to balance the two feelings. What are those two feelings? One is, I do this to teach. The second feeling is, am I liking it? Do I do this for myself as well? Do I get pleasure out of doing this? You know, I feel like I'm in the right balance, somewhere in the middle, and which kind of which makes me want to do it more.
So thank you so much for coming and agreeing to the interview today. I've learned a lot. It's great to share insights with you and hear what you have to say about your work. And as always, it's wonderful to have you around, you and Michelle. It's great to have you visiting here in Hawaii, and I look forward to the next time you come back. And I'm really looking forward to seeing some of these images on your website and more of the paintings. Thank you.
Pleasure.